Good hello friends, my name is Mel and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the 2022 Reindeer Readathon, and today I'm going to share my TBR tentatively. I say tentatively because there are a few prompts that I'm not 100% sure if this stack of books is going to complete, and there's one book that's missing that is to be determined depending on the mood. So let's go ahead and just dive right in. I got assigned to Team Candy Cane, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave all of the hosts and all the information that you'll need to know down in the description box below. All of my points will be going to Team Candy Cane, and I'm super excited to get through the stack of books. So let's go through the prompts. The first prompt is Dasher. It's 15 points. It's to finish a series or pick up a book that you started and put down. So, as you all saw from my last video, I have Gleanings by Neal Shusterman, which is technically 3.5. It's the short story collection from the Arc of a Scythe world. I'm super excited to read this, and it technically counts as part of the series, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pick this for that first book. The next prompt is Dancer, which is 10 points, and it's to read a book with cursive, elegant, curly text on the cover. So for that, I'm going to read The Lovely Reckless by Kimmy Garcia. I've had this book on my TBR, on my physical TBR, for like years, and the text is super big, so it looks like chunky, but it's really floppy, and I feel like this will be a really quick read. And the New York Times dubbed this as meet your next book boyfriend. So if I'm gonna find my next book boyfriend who races cars, I think it'll be pretty perfect considering the one I got now races them too. The next prompt is Prancer, which is 20 points, and it's to read a book with your favorite season on the cover or colors that match that favorite season. One of my favorite seasons is summer, and honestly I'm kind of stretching this a little bit, but whatever. And I'm going to put it for In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. You can see that I've started this. I'm, for the most part, going to make sure that they're all books that I read and finish in December. But for this one, I'm going to kind of give it a special case because I've been reading it. It's really tough to get through. So I'm going to give myself till December to finish this. If I can pick another book by the end of the month that'll complete the prompt, then I'll use the other book instead. But for now, In Cold Blood is going to be it. I'm about 50 pages into this. Ideally, I'd like to finish it and then start a different book for this prompt, but we'll see what happens once I wrap all of it up. The next prompt is Vixen, which is 15 points, and it's a book on your TBR, but you think it might be overhyped. I'm gonna pick People We Met on Vacation. I know I put this in a TBR for last month, but I never got to it. So I've had a lot of people tell me they've got really mixed reactions to People We Meet on Vacation, and I do like Emily Henry's books, but I'm really nervous considering the fact that everybody else has given me some wishy-washy answers. So we'll see what happens. You can see the stack is building back there, and I'm getting scared because it's a lot of physical books, but it's fine, we're fine. Just wait till we get to the end.
I'm in danger.
The next prompt is Comet, which is worth 25 points, and it's to read a book with an astronomical word in the title. And for that, I'm gonna do Starfish by Akemi Dawn Bowman. Again, super easy text in terms of flying through this, which I'm really excited for. And again, another floppy paperback. I also, again, don't know really anything about this book, which is ideal. I think that's how I have the most enjoyment, whereas for People We Meet on Vacation, I have some hopes for this. So no hopes for this one, high hopes for this one. We'll see how both go.
It is what it is.
The next prompt is Cupid, which is 15 points, and it's to read a book with your favorite trope. This is the one that is pending. I have no idea what I'm going to pick for this, but it will be an audiobook for sure, and that'll make sense in a little bit. But I have no idea what I'm going to read for this. It will be a romance book, it will be an audiobook, and it will be one of my favorite tropes. We just don't know which one just yet. The next prompt is Donner, which is 20 points, and it's to read a book with an ugly cover, essentially. And I'm gonna give that to Specimen Days by Michael Cunningham. This is a book that I've had for 3 years. It was supposed to be a summer reading item. You can see I tabbed up the chunks that I needed to read it in. Never read it. Quite frankly, hate the cover of this book. It's just so, it's giving nothing. So I think it has a disgusting cover, but I'm excited to read it. And I have a bookmark in. Anyway, this is on the TBR. I really want to get rid of this book. Backtrack. I don't want to get rid of it. I want to read it so I can determine if I need to get rid of it. Now is where the scary books come in. The next prompt is Blitzen, which is 20 points. The prompt is to use a random number generator to find a number between 0 and 9 and then find a book that ends in that number. This was so much harder than it needed to be because I got the number 8. None of my books ended in 8. And then I was like, you know what? This is a book that I want to read. And it's a book that I put on last month's TBR and never got to. So of course, To Sleep in the Sea of Stars has 878 pages, front to back. So this is the book that will be for Blitzen. She's 878 pages. It's almost 1,000 pages. I'm gonna read over 1,000 pages of that one. But just wait for the next one. Just wait. As if this stack wasn't intimidating enough, I'm also going to add for the prompt for Rudolph, which is 15 points to start a new series. Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong. You guys don't know this if you don't follow me on Goodreads, but you should. I listened to the first 2 books. I listened to Our Violent Ends and Bee's Violent Delights, whatever the Bee's Violent Ends have, and whatever the Shakespearean wording is, and listen to it. I have the worst book hangover because of them. So I'm very, very excited to read Foul Lady Fortune next month. Once I am done with my capstone project, this is the first book that I'm going to be picking up because I just need to be back in this world with these characters, so I'm super, super excited. But again, this one is 511 pages long, so 2 chunky monkeys. So I'm very excited for big boys to be read this month. Also on my TBR is the Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, which I am buddy reading with Andrea Reads over at Andrea Reads. And I'm gonna go ahead and link her channel down below as well. We're buddy reading this about 50 pages a day. That's also on the TBR. Technically for November going into December, but so you guys know I'm also reading this. Now there are some bonus points, and these can overlap with your current TBR that you have set. So the first one is Christmas Star, which is 25 points, and that's a book over 500 pages. And as we discussed, either one of these chunky monkeys works. So one or the other will be another 25 points towards Team Candy Cane. Christmas Lights, which is 15 points, is to read an ebook. For this one, again, haven't decided what we're doing. This might be the prompt that I do in place of Prancer, which again was favorite season / favorite colors on the cover once I finish that one. So fingers crossed that I will get the points for this one. And finally Christmas Carol, which is 20 points, and that's an audiobook, so that is the book that will be the favorite trope book, whatever it'll be, on audio. And then there is the final bonus point, Slaying It, for 50 points. And it says, if you have completed all of your prompts and the Christmas Star, Lights, and Carols bonus prompts, you can redo one prompt of your choice for extra points. In Cold Blood will count if I can't find another book. But ideally what happens is I'll read this, I'll read everything on the TBR, and then I will pick one prompt out of the 9 prompts that we've already got and pick another book. So if I can read 9 books in the month of December, that will be the biggest win of my year. Biggest win. Because we're already going to be going over 1,000 pages. I'm actually really curious as to what the total page count of this will be, because it'll boost the rest of my end of year stats, which is a video that I'm so excited to film, considering that this year was kind of strange when it comes to my reading. So I'm really, really excited to get through this, but I'm so excited to participate in the Reindeer Readathon this year. And as soon as I'm done with school, literally December 2nd, I just have all of this freedom. Well, granted, I have like a few finals in between, but they're few and none, very simple, very easy, don't gotta worry about much of them. But I'm just so excited to get this massive stack of books read and off my physical TBR. Look at how colorful she is. This is quite the hefty stack, and I'm really scared that I'm gonna drop these books, so I'm gonna put them down before I actually do. But I don't know what order I'm gonna read them in. You know, I did say I want to read Foul Lady Fortune ASAP Rocky, so once December 1st hits, Foul Lady Fortune will be the first book that I pick up. But in terms of the rest of them, I'm not really like itching to pick up any of them necessarily. However, I do think I will need some fluff once I'm done with Foul Lady Fortune, because I have a feeling it's going to absolutely wreck me. In case you're wondering, this is a straw for my iced coffee. But now she's out of frame, so we're good. So now that I will have my intimidating stack at my desk every single day telling me to read, hopefully it'll be a good reminder of what I need to get done this month. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do we think I'm gonna do it? Do we think I'm gonna do it? Let me know. Catch you guys next time.